Hello and welcome to Mirror Mind, a space where we take a closer look at human behavior, emotional wounds, and the silent patterns that keep repeating in our lives. Here's a question. Have you ever walked away from a relationship with a grandiose narcissist only to find yourself entangled with someone completely different on the surface, but somehow the pain still returned? Maybe it felt refreshing at first. Calmer, more emotionally open, more real. But then slowly it started to drain you again. Let's talk about what happens when you move from a grandiose narcissistic relationship to a relationship with a vulnerable narcissist. Imagine this. You were once in a relationship with someone arrogant, charming, confident, and charismatic. They were the center of attention, always performing, always polished. In the beginning, they swept you off your feet. There was intensity, excitement, maybe even love bombing. But it didn't last. Soon came the gaslighting, the emotional neglect, the betrayal. The public still saw them as amazing, but you were exhausted, invisible, depleted. Eventually, it ended. Maybe they discarded you, or maybe it was finally one betrayal too many. You stepped away, hurt, grieving, trying to understand what happened. But like many survivors, you didn't take time to fully process it. You were still trying to escape the pain when you met someone new. This new person seemed completely different. Quiet, humble, socially awkward, maybe. They shared stories of struggle, pain, and rejection. They told you things had never gone their way, and you felt for them. They weren't flashy. They didn't flirt with your friends. They didn't brag about their life. They didn't demand to be the center of attention. And after what you had just been through, this felt like a relief. This new person didn't intimidate you. They weren't arrogant. They seemed vulnerable. And so your heart opened. You started helping them, introducing them to friends, encouraging their dreams, even trying to lift them emotionally. You saw someone who needed love, someone who just hadn't been given a chance. You became the fixer, the rescuer, and it felt like closeness. But over time, something shifted. You noticed that while they shared a lot of feelings, those feelings were always negative. They didn't listen much. They didn't show curiosity about your emotions. They spoke about their past, their pain, their unfair treatment constantly. They dismissed your achievements, sometimes subtly, sometimes with guilt-tripping comments like, "Well, everything just works out for you, doesn't it?" They didn't want to meet your friends, didn't want to go out, didn't want to grow. Your world with them got smaller and heavier. You didn't notice the red flags at first. Why would you? After the loud, arrogant, manipulative energy of a grandiose narcissist, this person felt like peace. But it wasn't peace. It was passive control. It was emotional absorption. It was quiet narcissism. Vulnerable narcissists don't need applause. They need pity. Their supply isn't admiration, it's rescue. And if you're someone who naturally gives, you become their emotional fuel. At first, you thought they were just depressed. Maybe socially anxious. You encouraged them to get help. You tried to be patient, supportive, loyal. But even when things improved, the heaviness remained. You found yourself shrinking, hiding your joy, feeling guilty for being okay. And slowly you realized this was another one-way relationship. Just like before. Different surface. Same foundation. The pain of a vulnerable narcissistic relationship is not as flashy. It doesn't explode like the grandiose one. It seeps in. It slowly convinces you that you're the selfish one, that you're the one not helping enough. But pain is pain. And manipulation, whether loud or silent, is still manipulation. If this sounds familiar to you, take a breath. You are not broken. You are not dramatic. You are not wrong for walking away. You just need time. Time to understand. Time to grieve. Time to reconnect with your voice. At Mirror Mind, we believe in that journey and we walk it with you. If this reflection resonated with you, consider subscribing and sharing this video with someone who may need to hear it. Until next time, stay grounded, stay aware, and above all, stay kind to yourself.